Okay, I'm gonna try to make some basic clothes in Blender. First of all, okay, this is Blender 2.8. We're in solid mode. I'm going to make a duplicate of this cube by clicking on it, then holding shift and pressing D, then pressing Z, so you get it on that axis, and press S to size it. Okay, so basically I've made two cubes and I've just scaled it. You can use the widgets or however way you want to do it, alright? I'm just doing it this way. I'm going to pretend that this is some character. This is probably about the most simple character you're ever going to see, ever. There you go. That's it. Right, I'm going to join both of these by holding shift and then left clicking on both of them, then holding control and pressing J to make that one thing. So that represents a character. Okay, what I can also do is shrink this down now in that axis there. Okay, so let's get on with this. Alright, so first of all, this is our dude. Alright, I'm going to go into edit mode. It was all selected, but I clicked away, so I'm going to show you that again. Press A to select everything. Okay, now right click and go to subdivide. Right click and then click subdivide, then go down here to the options and just up the number of cuts. Okay, yeah, I'll just do that. Okay, and then I'm going to click away now. Okay, click away, and from here I'm going to show you something. Okay, first of all, you can use different kinds of select tools up here using the select. So you can go to normal select, box select, circle select, or lasso select, lasso, however you want to call it. Now I'm going to choose the select circle. When you click, choose faces. Okay, choose faces here first, and then hold left click. Okay, we're in Blender 2.8, don't forget. Okay, I'm actually clicking and holding. Now whenever I let go of the mouse and click somewhere else, it's going to select different areas, but it's the same as anything. Just hold shift. Okay, the first initial part may be done, but then next time you want to click, you have to hold down shift and then hold, and then as you're painting over it, basically. If you want to deselect any areas or erase, the opposite is basically holding control on the keyboard. Okay, so hold shift and left click and hold that to paint, or hold control to erase. Because I'm holding shift and left clicking to paint, holding the left click button, or holding control to erase. Okay, that's the basic thing. Now, with these faces selected, I'm going to hold, with these faces selected, yeah, the next thing I'm going to do, okay, while that's done, is I'm basically going to, these are selected, okay, these are already selected. I'm going to hold down shift and press D. What that's done is it's duplicated these, excuse me, that was an accident there. You can see it's made a duplicate of that. Let me just show you again. Okay, I'll just hold shift and press D. It's made a duplication. Now I'm going to hold Alt and press S, and that's going to get it ready for scaling. Okay, for scaling it, you can see what it's doing now. It's making a scaled, slightly larger version of that sort of. If I want, I can move it, and it's made a copy of all of those. And I can move it. I've just clicked, but I left click there just to put it in place. But so it's very simple. What you do first of all is you just select all of your faces, okay, in the way I showed you. Select multiple ones by holding shift while you're clicking and holding the left clicking mouse button. To erase, as I say, you hold control and do the same thing. So to paint, you paint or erase, and get all of your faces selected, Then what you do is you hold shift and press D to duplicate those faces. Then you hold hold alt. Okay, hold down alt and press S to scale them. Once they're done, the next step you do is you press P. Okay, and you'll see it's got a thing there, separate, and you just choose literally selection, the first one. And what that's done now is it's made it a separate object. Okay, so this is now, if I go back to object mode, I've gone back to object mode here, this is literally a separate object now from that. So let's imagine that this is a hat or whatever. I can even scale. Let me just scale this a bit. Okay, I'm going to scale it down. This is our Mr. Cube guy. You know, if you wanted to do something, you could even put like a solidify. If you wanted to, you could put a solidify modifier here, and that would make you can make this thicker, make that slightly thicker if you think it's a little bit too thin. But anyway, that's the first part there. Okay, but you know, after that, really, you know, you're ready. Well, you could just give an armature to this character, give it a rig. Obviously, or you could just attach this to this, attach everything, you know, and make it so that's attached. Anyway, let's move on a little bit further. Okay, now basically what I did was I just went into the edit mode and a moment ago, and I just changed the shape of this a little bit. All I did was I selected a few vertices, you know, faces and things, and I just moved them around using the move tool basically. Anyway, what you can do next, okay, is you can go into object mode, select multiple objects. Okay, so select these and you can join them into one object by holding Control and then pressing J. That will make them one object. Or you can simply select one object and then, as I say, hold shift and select more objects, and the last object you select, you can right click and go to parent and go parent object. That will make it follow that will make the child follow the parent. So like if I move the body, the hat will follow. But we're going to do it with a quick bone. Okay, so I'm going to add a very short a very quick skeleton. I'm going to go to add armature, single bone. We can't see it currently, so we need to go down here to this little green thing here, over here above the bone, this one. Go to viewport display and click in front. That'll be there. Okay, now what you're going to do is go to, as I say, edit mode. With that, if you click away and it's deselected, don't worry, just click on it again. Now press E on the keyboard and move that up. I'm going to move it right up through the head, which is going to have 2 bones for this simple one here. Okay. Now what you're going to need to do now is you're going to need to go to pose mode. Object mode. Sorry. Click away from everything. Now click on the hat and then hold shift and click on each object. The last one being the skeleton, and that's going to be the bones. Okay. Start with the first bone, the root bone, and that's going to be the parent. Now we right click and go to parent, and then don't go to object, go to with automatic weights. Okay. Now what you're going to need to do, this is a Blender 2.8. In my version I have to do it this way. I go to pose mode, and with the select you must, okay, for my one I must select select circle. Okay. Now you can click on bones with select circle, and then you can choose the rotate tool, and you can rotate things and you can see everything's following. Okay, just make sure that you did select every object. In this case the hat is not parented or joined to the body. What we've got simply is they're placed in the right place, and I selected all objects, and then I selected the skeleton, rig, the bones, okay, the armature, I selected it last and parented everything to that. So the parent is the skeleton, rig, the bones, the armature, and remember it's with automatic weights. Now one thing else I forgot to mention before we added the skeleton was with the hat I also Okay, I want to say welcome again. This is another quick recap of a previous video that I made. Okay, what do we have here? We have a basic setup. This would represent a very simple looking character. Okay, doesn't look much of a character. All it is really is two separate objects, a hat and a supposed human body, and the hat is not connected to the body, they're just placed in a certain place, and I selected each object by holding shift and as I left click on multiple objects, and the last one you select is going to be a bone armature with bones, and then what you do is you right click and parent, and go to parent and then go down to with automatic weights, and what that does is that parents everything that you put in place to the bones, so that it makes them children of the bone armature, the skeleton, the bones, with automatic weights. And what that means is so that they will move with it, okay, with the bones basically. So I just in Blender 2.8, if with the armature selected, the armature meaning the skeleton, if you go down to pose mode and click away for a moment, in my one, at least my version, you have to go down to select circle. It must be select circle on the select, and then when you choose a bone and you choose the rotate tool over here, you can rotate things. One thing worth noting is that the hat's not moving, as you can see right there. So we're going to go again. Okay, we're going to click away. We're going to go to object mode. Okay, select all of our objects. Okay, and the bones last, and then right click and go to parent and go down to with automatic weights. Okay, yeah, I'm going to go back to object mode just very quickly. I'm just going to rotate this hat into place of its own self in object mode. Okay, now we're going to go back into, we're going to select the bones. I'm going to go to, I clicked the root bone just then. I'm going to pose mode, and now I'm selecting the circle select, choosing the bone, and when I rotate, everything should move together. Okay, now I could have, parented the hat to the body, or joined it by holding selecting both objects, then holding Control and pressing J to join them, but I didn't in this case. So it's just not one object; they're two separate objects, but they're attached to the bone armature. And again, to add a bone armature, remember, okay, what you do is it's very simple. We'll just go to object mode quickly and move everything away. Okay, I'm moving the actual bones there, that's why everything's following it. Remember, one thing I want to say, when you do make a character, obviously a real character, then you can go to File and export it as a Collada or an FBX or whatever, and that will have that information there and saved, obviously. And you can change the textures and do your own characters properly, and that, Anyway, just reminding you very quickly to add an armature to a mesh is very easy. I'm going to just add a cube very quickly. Yeah, everybody hates the cube, right? I'm going to change the size of that cube really quickly, just stretching it out with this scaling tool. Okay, I'm going to go there. Also, I'm going to go to edit mode, and that's all selected. If you want to select everything, as I say, click away and then press A and it will select everything. I'm going to go down to loop cut. Okay, this thing, loop cut here. Click in the middle and then just go down to the number of cuts and move it along. Okay, I'm not going to, I could go on the other axis as well, but I'm just going to go for there for now. I'm going to go to object mode. Okay, I'm going to go add armature. Where is it? Add armature, single bone, and then go down to this little green little man here, over here above the bone. Click on in front so you can see it. You can change the camera view if you need to see things better by clicking these widgets up here. I can move the first bone with the move tool into the place I want to have it. Okay, then I can press G to grab it if I want to do it that way. I can click away. I can click on I can go to edit mode, sorry, and just click on the points themselves, like just the head of it and things like that. You can do that. In this case, I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to press G. I'm going to go back to object mode, then I'm going to go back to edit mode. Okay, I'll do it that way. It's okay. I'll just rotate it in place. I can do it that way if I wish to as well. Rotate it in place, you know, move it in place. Okay. Press. I want to select the head of the damn thing. This is the way it works sometimes. Okay, I'm going to use the select tool. That might. I'll use the circle select again. Okay, yeah, circle select. Okay, press G and then stretch it out. Okay, over there. In fact, I'll make it a bit smaller. Now from here I'll just press E a few times, moving along with click, press E, move a few times, press E, and move a few times. Okay, so that's that. Okay, there, one long snake type thing. I'm going to go to object mode now, click away, click on the object first, then hold shift and then click on the last object last, with being the skeleton. It must be the armature. Now right click, go to parent and go to with automatic weights. Now when I click on, go to pose mode and make sure that the select tool is select circle. Okay, when you choose it, and then I can choose the bones literally, and then use the rotate tool to move everything, you see. And you can do very detailed things. You can make very detailed characters and things. Okay, I could also go back to object mode and click on my object and right click and go to shade smooth if I want to do that. And if you don't want to see the bones, obviously you can go to you can click it from here with the eye or different things, or go to click on the bones themselves and then click on that in front thing and turn it off or on. You can also change the shape of the bones by display as, by going to different kinds of bones here. It makes them look different. There's many different kinds. You can also go up here to the widgets, obviously right up the top here. You see my mouse here, to here, by turning these things off too. So when you're doing an animation or anything, you won't see those things. Okay. Obviously now these are very simple models, and the clothes are very simple. The way I've done it, just this simple hat. There's a lot of things you can do with cloth and materials and all kinds of stuff. You can make stuff look much better and use physics and gravity and stuff. Okay, but I hope these two little videos I've made for you on this simple shit is quite easy to understand. Thanks for watching. Okay. Okay, yeah, what's up? Okay, I want to say welcome again. This is another Blender 2.8 video. In this video you can see a quick demo of some animation that I put together. I'm fairly new to 3D animation, as I say. I've done a little bit of practice in the past, but mostly I focus on 2D animation. Anyway, I'm watching a lot of different things like tutorials on YouTube, and I'm learning a lot about how to use Blender, especially Blender 2.8, which I've got, which I love so much, the new Blender. Anyway, what you can see on the left of screen, I'm kind of afraid to do anything here because, like, I move my mouse, I don't want to slow down the computer. Like, I'm recording this with a screen recording software, and it's I'm using Bandicam, the demo version. You can actually use other ones like ShareX, which is a very good one. But anyway, I'm not going to go into detail. They're both free. But anyway, listen. Here, on the left-hand side of the screen, you can see a grayed out version. This is Blender in solid view. And the reason I've got Blender playing this looped animation here in solid view is because I want to show you the speed. The speed is almost the same. Like the thing is, like, on the right hand side you've got the actual video. It's obviously a little bit out of timing, out of sync, or is it? Hang on. No, actually no, it seems to have fixed itself. It's maybe ever so slightly, but I think they're the same. It's just I've got one playing at a different speed, but they're more or less the same speed, right? On the right hand side, the right of screen here, you can see I've got my VLC media player playing a video clip that I exported. It took me around a minute or two, maybe a couple of minutes. I chose the low setting, the low quality setting, and I chose a certain file size. I'm not going to go into detail, but I chose a certain screen size here, a fairly small one. I'll show you if you like. Let's just stop this video playing for now, and we'll just put this back down here. So yeah, I modelled this little scene here, this plane with a ball on it, some basic physics. I'm not going to go into detail how I did that here, but you can see it's got like some cloth wrapped around it, and then the cloth is not moving naturally now because I just saved it as a mesh. Like I just put it in place like that. Okay, so don't worry about what the actual model is. It's just a ball with some hard, solidified, if you like, you know, cloth around it. Okay, but it's not like moving naturally, I know. But anyway, listen, what it is, okay, what you got here is the screen, the video settings. Okay, when you want to export a video, so let's move that across. I've got my settings here. If you look over here, okay, under, where are we? This one, under the output. Okay, this is context output, the third one down. And there's the main things. And I exported. I went to file format as video. Okay, FF MPEG video. That's what I chose. Okay, you could choose another one like AVI or whatever, but that's what I chose. Okay, and I didn't bother to change the encoding. I just lost something. Okay, it's under output. Yeah, don't close that down, sir. So yeah, I did. Yeah, so yeah, that's what you need to do. Okay, so you need to have output. Go to output, and then under encoding, yeah, you do need to open up encoding, but don't change the container. Go to video where it says video. Okay, my one's got no audio in it, but what I did is I set, well, the video codec I didn't actually change. That's one thing that's kind of a thing. I didn't change it. Kind of strange actually when I think about that. But it's set to low quality. Okay, low quality. Trying to think where I saved that as an MP4 now. There's a thing you have to do to like save it as MP4, but the strange thing is I don't think I did save it to MP4. Okay, anyway, it's low quality, real-time encoding speed is what I chose just to make it faster. I thought that would make it faster, you know. The frame start and end time is just here, and it's only a frame it's only 2 seconds long, the video. Resolution I changed to this size here, 856 by 480, right? And that's what you're seeing here, this small frame. But it's okay, you know. Frame rate, I changed it to this one. It was on 24, but I turned it to the lower one. Okay, so less frames. I thought I'd make it like, you know, a little bit less hard work for the thing to work out. I chose low quality from the output quality. You can choose very low or lowest, and they come out really not very good at all, but you can try those, you know. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to give a little try. I'm going to try to export this again in a moment, just really quickly. But before I do that, I'll just show you something really quickly. You see right now how the video is playing at a pretty fast, normal, natural speed. If I'm in wireframe mode, it's even better, but you know, in solid view, it's like this. Now with the other ones, like this, I mean, this is playing pretty well now. This is look dev mode. If I go into but if I go into rendered view, you'll see how slowed down it is. So sometimes when I'm doing animated clips and stuff, what I'll do is I'll play a video in, I mean, you can speed it up, you know, in video software, but I mean, it's going to be crap because still a lower frame rate. But what I'm trying to say is, what I'll do sometimes is I will record my screen. I'll use a screen recording software to record the region I want to record, as a clip, and I'll edit that in video software, you know, like all my clips in movie. You can edit clips in Blender too, but I'm not too familiar with the video editing part, but editing viewport. But I usually edit clips together in other video editing softwares. But anyway, there's a lot out there. But anyway, I'm just saying, right? Yeah, you can see how it plays really slowly in rendered view, but you have to like wait. You have to literally, so you better to export the file to get the proper result, being this video here, my video. Okay, if I play this, you see it plays much more faster, you know, more fluid. But the reason it may be a bit choppy here is because I've got this playing in the background. So if I quickly stop that playing for a second and just play this quickly, you see how smoothly that plays now, this video. But you do have to wait for the clips to save out. Now for some video clips, okay, I've found that I can just record my screen like this and record the screen and have it playing in the Blender viewport, so you don't really have to export it and wait for it to export every clip per se of your movie. That's a good way of doing things, but the only time that works is if you're just moving the camera, it seems, and if the scene's not, if you can animate the camera but not have too much other animation of other things. Like in this scene we have this model which is a fairly high density subdivision poly count on it, whenever, you know, and also plus we've got lights in the scene and other stuff, so it depends how complex your scene is, yes, and also what's moving. Sometimes you can just have a simple looking scene with like lower polygons or like very nice artwork, maybe a little bit of light in the scene, but you can like just animate the camera and it will work really well. I'm going to do another render of this now in very low quality, a lower level, low quality, slightly lower, and I'm going to save it as an MP4 to see if that, as MPEG-4 under here, to see if it renders any faster and what the quality is going to be like. See you in the next clip. Okay, I want to say hi again everybody. I'm not going to waste too much time here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to make another render of this particular video clip that I have here. Okay, this one was made, it's only a 2-second clip, as I say, but this particular clip, where is it? It's this file here, and it's saved as an MKV file. Now obviously you can convert that in like a software like any video converter, and you should be able to bring it into different video editing softwares too. I'm just opening up a free video editing software here called Olive. It's a really good one, basic one. Okay, I'm going to just make a copy conversion of this file here. It should be very quick because it's only a 2-second file, 2-second video. I'm going to bring that into here and convert that into an MP4. I'm using any video converter. It's already done, that's how fast it went. Okay, I'm going to bring that in. Obviously though, you can see that the quality now is reduced big time. But well, it's okay, it's not too bad, right? It ain't too bad, to be honest with you, that ain't too bad, I don't think. Very small file. We'll check that again. Okay, so this is the copy of it. This is the MP4 copy of this one. Okay, I'm going to just get rid of that. I'm going to try and see if I can bring that into as it is into the software, into Olive, okay, video editing software, and it seems to have let me. Good. You can try different video editing softwares, so I can save this out as an MP4 also if I wanted to. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll put a lot of clips in a sequence. Okay, now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to delete this video clip. I'm going to go back in really quickly and open up Blender, as I say. Just turn off this old render we just had, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to render this scene again. Okay, I'm going to render this now with a lower setting. What we just had was, I'll show you the settings quickly. Under the output, okay, we set it to FF MPEG video under file format, and we had a certain setup above that. If you go to the dimensions, I've set it to 856 pixels by 480 pixels. Okay, and I've just got a low frame rate here of 23.98 frames per second FPS. So we've got that FFmpeg video output. Under output, I've saving it to my desktop. What we currently have was a low quality I saved it to, and for output quality and encoding speed as real time. There's no sound currently for this one, but I didn't change the video codec, which I forgot, and I'm going to do that just to give it a little try. I don't know what the hell that is, but I'm going to go up to MPEG 4 this time, which I should have set it to, and I'm going to choose this very low quality this time. Okay, so it's lower even still. I'm going to go to File. I'm going to go to Render and Render Animation, and it should take quite a while to but not too long, hopefully, to render this out. It seems to already be taking its time, but it is gradually going through these. Okay, does it show me how many frames? I'm just checking here to see. It should have a time up here. So what is that, 1 minute? I don't know, frame 40. We're already on frame 40, so that's pretty good actually, frame 40 already, because it's only got 85 frames. So no, it's actually frame 20 up to frame 85 is what I've got here. And I'll just go over this quickly to show you. Okay, we can do that while that's doing that. I sound like Bob Ross, man. I'm almost sounding like Bob Ross, you know. While they're doing that, we'll have them run all the colours across your screen. Oh god, I love Bob Ross. What an amazing artist. I'm going to do lots more art really soon. But yeah, saving it to that low quality is going to affect the quality, but hopefully, you know, it's going to give it. It's doing it fast. I must say, it is encoding fast. It's rendering fast. See the end and the frame start and end. There it says the numbers there, 20 to 85, and I think it's nearly done. If we open that up, it's like opening an oven up to see if your roast chicken's really cooked. Is it done yet? It's done. It's on 85 already, so it gives you the time there, and the time that took was 1 minute and 45 seconds apparently. Wow. Let's check the quality of this, guys. Let's check the quality now. Let's make sure that's not playing in the background, which it isn't. Good. So we have this file here, the new one. It's quite confusing when it doesn't seem to be an MP4. It still says MKV, and I don't know what that means, but it's a new one. Let's just check it. So you can obviously see the lower quality there, the lower quality of the quality. What I want to do is I want to see if, because I know I can convert this to an MP4 anyway, I want to see if it takes any shorter speed, just really quickly, if I set it to just low quality and not very low quality. Let's just set it to low quality. I'm not going to bother with high or anything like that for now. I will give that a try too though. Render animation. Okay, we're going to give this a try. It might take slightly longer. I'm watching my time here. We're currently 6 minutes and 30 seconds into this recording. This video, as I say, what you're watching now, I mean this actual video, not the 3D thing you're looking at. This, I must stop the screen recorder. Screen capture will stop after 9 minutes and 50 something seconds, I think, under 10 minutes. Okay, so we don't have much time on the clock. It's nearly 7 minutes into this video. There's a limit, and I don't really want to make multiple clips and join them together. I could do that. We're going to have to see if this is going to save or not. Now, yeah, that's definitely right. It's already taken 1 minute, over a minute here. We're on frame 58, so we're doing pretty well. That what you're looking at there, what you're looking at is not the actual quality of what the video is going to be like. It's just a check, but this is a real-time check, render check, you know, on low quality settings. I don't know if the aspect ratio of the screen, like what we set it to, it was previously at 1,000 and something, you know, 1028 or something to buy, whatever, 10 something. It was like a high size, but I set it to a lower rate. Let's just go and have a check. It's just nearly done now, as I say. Maybe it's just finished. So not too bad. It's actually, strangely, it seems to have took it says that it took shorter time, 1 minute and 39 seconds. Very strange. I don't know if that's because it already worked that out before. Let's just try the lay it out, watch it quickly back. So that's low quality. God damn it. Still low quality though, as you can see, but it may be due to the fact that we did save it as an MP4, I don't know. But I want to say thanks for watching this video. I must stop this one here, and I'll make another one, I guess. I'm really not too sure. I'll do a few more practice ones and see what we can get from this, okay? I'll just set this to higher quality and see what we get, or medium quality in the next one. See you in the next video. Okay, I want to say welcome again everybody. This is another Blender 2.8 video here. In this video I'm going to show you a little something I've done here with a shape and some cloth and some physics. I'm learning about cloth and physics and all that stuff, and gravity and all that, and forces and stuff. Okay, so let's just show you what I've got here. I made this, a little short animation. Here I'll show you again, just playing through again, and I'll show you how I basically did this, or something like this. Okay, so let's go File, New, General. Just starting a new one off. I'm going to click everything by pressing A, then press delete. I'm going to add a mesh, a plane. Okay, I'm going to go to edit mode, right click, go to subdivide, up the subdivision by a high crazy number. Let me just see if I can remember what I did there. Okay, I'm going to put this, I'm going to move this up a little bit there. Okay, and now I'm going to go to edit mode. I love this, man. This is something I wanted to do before. So I'm going to go to edit mode. You can do any shape, don't forget, obviously. I'm going to select various vertices. I'm just going to select those, literally just those. Okay. In fact, those. Okay, I'm just going to select that corner bit there. Okay. Alright, I'll select some more over here as well, just to show you. Okay, now those are selected. Okay, now I'm going to go over here to the right hand side. Let's do this. Go down to this green triangle thing. Okay, it's got nothing to do with the Illuminati. Tell you what, I'm going to go down here. Okay, I'm going to go to add under vertex groups, and we've selected the plane, which is this object right here, obviously. Okay, yeah, okay, so we've got that. Okay, I'm going to go to add, and it gives you a group. So add vertex groups. I'm going to basically assign, go to assign, and what it will do is it will assign that this group to those. It'll make these a group basically. I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to give it the name of Poo. Okay, give it a rough name, Poo. Click assign. So now that is assigned. Okay. Now I'm going to go to object mode. Then I'm going to, with this plane selected, I'm going to go to the physics tab here. Okay, where is it? Over here. Okay, this little spiral thing, it says physics, and I'm going to go to cloth. Okay, and I think that's basically all we need to do for this first part. If I press play, oops, nope, I was wrong. Oh god. Okay, let's go back again. So, well, I need to click on that again. Okay, I'll click cloth. Okay, make it cloth. Yeah. And now, yeah, I forgot something. Obviously, I didn't assign those parts. So, the gravity is there, but it's cloth. Okay, now go down. So everything's right. Don't worry. We're going to go down to shape, and where it says pin group, it's the first one. Click on that. And I'm going to choose Poo, what it says. And now I'm going to press play on the animations timeline. You can see how it does that. If I turn the camera around, you can see how it's just literally hanging. If I go back, see, now that's cool, is it or not? I think that's cool. If I wanted to keep a deformed shape like this, for example, what I can do is I can just go up to where is it? Go up to where is the thing? Hold on. You go up to my modifiers now, and you'll see that cloth has been added under the modifiers, the little wrench thing. If I was to click apply now, okay, it would make this, it would render this just an object like this. So it wouldn't have any physics or anything, it would just become a static object in this shape. By the way, if you don't like it looking so pixelated like that, well, with all the polygons and stuff, we're in object mode still, don't forget. I'm going to right click and push shade smooth, and that makes it smooth. Okay, let's go back now and press play and let's see what we got. We've got this. Okay, now I gave it a fair amount of subdivisions, didn't I? The more you have, the more awkward it gets and stuff, and slow. I'm just going to change. I'm going to go to the timeline over here. I'm not going to apply this because we still want to do some movement and animation with it. I only apply if I don't want to have any movement or animation going on. That's when I'll apply this as a modifier, this cloth. But let's go back down to let's just do something else quickly now. Okay, a couple of things. First, I'm going to move this on the timeline. I'm going to drag this, and you can see how I'm dragging these things in. It drags the bar along here, so drags this to a certain time on the timeline. So for example, if I go back to there, the start, and when we get to about there, I'll just stop it there. I'll bring this one in, the end part back in, and press play, and it will just loop like that, so we don't have to see the whole thing, you know. We'll even bring it in a bit further, even just to have it like that, and this one in a bit. Okay, just so we can see a little bit about what we're doing here. In fact, what I want to do is I want to have it longer. Actually, I've decided, because I want to have a wind in there now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have gravity still there. If you want to turn the gravity off, not in real life, but if you go down to the physics thing down here, physics, and we're under cloth. If you go all the way down to field weights. You can see all these blue bars here. Now gravity is all the way up. If I turn gravity all the way down and press play, nothing's going to happen because there's no gravity. If I have it somewhere in the middle, like, or just a little bit of gravity, it's going to slowly fall down. So slowly. If I have it all the way up, obviously it's going to go faster, you know. Okay. Yeah. Now wind. Yeah, I don't know. It's got different things here. You see, like, you know, force, all this different stuff you can change. I've not actually bothered to look at any of this. If I turn wind down, I don't know what's going to happen. Let's just try that. So I don't know really what's going on, but I do know one thing: we can add some wind in. Okay, so if I go to add and go to force field and then go down to wind. Okay, it's given us this thing. Now I can change the radius of it and all that. Okay, I can also go to that, where is it? It's under here, field. You'll see everything show up in your collections up here. But under where it says field here, going down here, I can change the strength, turn the strength. Look at the strength here, and it makes this rise. I can turn the strength more powerful, more stronger. Okay, if I press play now, you'll see how this should be blowing it up. If I make it even harder, even stronger wind, you see, it gives it a very strong wind, constant wind, like some people's ass, some people's mouth talking it. Change the flow, you can change the flow in certain things too. Noise amount, I guess that just gives variations of what it can do. See, all kinds of, what's absorption, I don't know. All kinds of things here, the fall off. This is a sphere, what's the power? All kinds of things you can do. Fall off, I see, obviously. So you're playing around with these different toggles. you can get all different kinds of things going on. So I don't know what's going on there, but I kind of shouldn't have messed with that. So I'll just leave it like that, okay? But if you see, yeah, you can see what we got here. So bringing the strength slightly down, different things. I guess you can put it even lower, you know. Just keep it gradually hovering. That kind of an effect, I guess, certain things. I'm not too sure, but you can see though we can do different things, right? Now let me just delete that wind for a moment. I'll see you in the next video, okay? I'll see you in the next clip. Sorry, very sorry. Yeah, I had to stop the clip there. So let's carry on with what we're doing here. I'm going to delete this field, which is the wind we've added. Okay, delete that. Let's go back now. Oh, I need to basically undo it a few times. That's the way I've found that works best. Undoing to the point where we didn't have that in the first place. So I think in this case I'll just bring the timeline in shorter as well. So we're just looking at that falling cloth there, okay? Okay. Now what I wanted to do, okay, is this is so I want to have something interact with that. I'm going to go add a shape in. This time I'll add it. I could add anything I want. I'll add, what's it, Suzanne the monkey, right? I'm going to right click her and go shade smooth as well. Why not? Now I'll move her over there, make it smaller, make the monkey smaller, okay? I'm just doing that just so we've got enough space. Getting my camera angle and everything set up here. I'm going to animate this, okay, on the timeline to do various things. So I'm going to make this come up from behind here and push through this, okay. So animating is really easy. What you do is you just make that timeline even longer. You're going to hit this little point here, okay. And what happens is that when you press that little point like I just did, it makes everything animated, like, okay. So if I click on this here, you'll see it's given a little red keyframe, okay. So if I move this along here now, I'll zoom in somewhat. You see what happens is it goes straight through, is the thing. You can zoom in and out on the timeline, by the way, by and scroll along by holding this bottom grey bar here, but you can also zoom in and out with the mouse wheel, okay. But I'm just saying here, let's say for example, okay, I wanted to I don't know why it's doing something funny with the wind there. I think it's something to do with the animation. It's giving it some animation or something. In fact, I'm going to undo a lot of things there. So let's go back to what we were doing. Let's just do it again, okay. So I'm gonna, this has got nothing attached to it. Let's start again from how we had it. So I'm going to choose some points, okay. I'm going to go to the little green triangle. I'm going to add a group, call it poo again, click assign, then get the object, okay, in solid object mode, sorry. Go to physics, as I say, click on cloth, okay, go down to shape, yeah, and go pin group and choose the pin group poo we've got there. You know, collisions, well, I'm going to leave it at that for now. Gravity, we'll leave gravity switched all the way up. It's got nothing to do with those advertisements. So I press play, it will hang from there, okay. Don't forget to right click and go to shade smooth too, it makes it nicer. So that's attached to those two pieces. This could be anything, it could be a cape on some superhero's back or whatever. I'm also going to size this up, this here, and go there and make it bigger. Okay, it makes it a bit better. And I'm going to just make an object. I'm going to just add a cube. I'm not going to bother with a monkey. And I'm going to make this. Click on this, okay, then go to under the physics, go to collision. I think that's all we need to really do. And then, as I say, with the animation part, let's wait till this goes to around here, like it's hung down, and then this is going to come whizzing through. So I've got to make sure this is selected, okay, this point thing. Okay, and what that does, it adds automatic keyframes. I'm going to move it a little bit just so we start off there, and it adds a yellow keyframe. When we get to about here on the timeline, I want this to go along here. Okay, and hopefully that will not be like this. It will just lift the thing up. So let's go back. Let's just check it out, and we'll see what it does. We're not too sure yet. I may need to add something. I've forgotten. Let's check. Yeah, it works, right? Okay. So now from when we get to about this point then, okay, move this longer, but when we get to this point though, I want this to go here, here, and here, and here. I'm going to do some crazy movements with the thing, okay? And over here. Okay. So let's just play that back. And change the camera angle to see what it looks like too. Another angle. It's gone down. This is going to go shooting through it, hopefully. It's okay. It did its thing. We just didn't see what it did. I think what it is, okay, is because this doesn't have enough subdivisions on it. Okay, basically. Let's see if we can change that by going to edit mode. Or click the object first in object mode. Go to edit mode, okay. Yeah. Select all. Okay. Then subdivide. Okay. I'm going to go down to that little triangle thing. I'm going to take that away. And I'm going to make some more. Okay, from here. I'm just going to choose these two here for our points, okay, our vertex groups. I'm going to go to add, call it poo again, go to assign, okay, and then go back to object mode. Hopefully that will look better this time. Let's see. Whoa, did it, because we didn't add it. Sorry, I forgot to add it. So we're going to go back to our, where is it? Physics, okay, still cloth. Gonna go down and where is it, under pin group, yeah, select poo and go. So it's hanging from those 2 points there, you see, and it's got a higher density, so a higher subdivision, so you can see more detail now. Wow, seems to be like the thing's way too, it seems like this is too heavy for it or something. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is there. Whoa, what just happened, man? It looked like I created a character or something. Okay. That's crazy. That's really crazy. Let's go back again. What the hell just happened? Oh, I just messed it up. I think it was an accident, that's all. Let's go back to the pin group. Okay, play. See, this is not going high enough. See, this object here, I want it to go higher. Yeah, it just stops there, right? So let's give it some more animation. Okay, so let's go up over here now, and I'm gonna really just rotate it, and I'm gonna shrink it as well. What I'll do, see how that goes as it goes, just gradually shrinking. I think we should have it like, yeah, it does shrink from those points. Okay, let's go. Press play. Go from the beginning and then press play. See what it does. goes in, does this movement, finds its way along, and then it fucks up. I guess you can't always win, can you? But you know, I think it's just something to do with the setup, the way I set it up or something in the beginning. That's all it is. Let's just have a little look again to see one more time. Gotta hurry up because the time's running out on this clock here, but there's different ways you can do stuff. I think it's just gonna mess up again in this one, but yeah, because it just goes straight through. I think the reason being is because the way it's pinned on there. See you in the next clip, guys. Okay, I want to say hi again, everybody. I'm doing another render test for a simple animation here in Blender 2.8. We've got it set the file format, okay, set to for this output for this video clip is FFmpeg, and under the encoding and video we have I'm gonna save this as an MPEG-4, okay, medium quality. This time we're going for a test on medium quality, okay, and if I go up higher, we got a 23.98 FPS frames per second. Frame starts at 20 frames in, ends at 85 seconds. It's a 2-second video. The aspect going up didn't change the aspect, with the resolution of the size of this window, as I say here, is actually 856 by 480 pixels resolution. Okay, so let's just do that quick render. Before I do that, I'll just show you what the rough one actually does look like. The rough, this is a low quality version, not very low, but a low quality. You've got very low and you've also got lowest. So I showed you those in the previous videos. Let's just check out what it looks like now. We've got to like basically render this out, and it should take the strange thing is very low took 1 minute, I think, and 45 or 46 seconds, and then just low quality, a step higher in quality, took a shorter time, 1 minute and 30 something seconds. So I set it to rendered. Let's see how long it takes. I mean, in my mind it should take much longer to render, you know, the scene that's in higher quality, you know what I mean? Why would somebody wait super long amounts of time to render a shitty low quality video, you know? But it is actually doing this very fast, I feel now. Faster than it did the previous one. Now this is still a very simple scene. We have a light in the scene, we have some camera animation, which doesn't really usually do too much, give too much trouble, but we have this sphere which has its certain amount of faces and polygons, and then we also have this cloth that's wrapped around it, which is very subdivided, not super high, but still very, very high amount of subdivisions on that. We're already on frame 64, as you can see up here. There's only 85 frames in it. We're almost reaching 70 now. It's only a 2-second clip. How long has it taken? It's taken. I'm trying to work this out, man. That's telling me 1 minute. What did that really take? 1 minute and 50 seconds. Well, it's gone back down again to. I'm not really sure about the time it's taking this. It's kind of confusing with the seconds, but the overall thing, it just takes a couple of minutes, like 2 minutes, almost 2 minutes for a 2-second video, it seems, regardless of the quality. So let's just play that back. This is a medium quality one, okay? Let's see what it looks like. Better. I'm saying better. Is that better or not? You know, it's like you can still see like it's bad. You know, it's bad quality, but It's probably barely visible. That's probably what it is. It's probably just barely visible. I don't know. I really don't know what to think of that. It makes me wonder. I'm thinking it could be something to do with the fact that I set it to MP4. I don't know. It's on bloody MPEG video, whatever. So if I change that up to what did we have before? I can't remember. We had high quality, whatever the hell you call that. H264, whatever the hell that is. I'm guessing that's probably the best one that it gives, you know. I'm gonna do another render of that right now. And before I do that, I've deleted that one already, yeah, so give it another quick render. How much time we got on the clock? Not a lot. Let's go quick. Render animation, okay? To desktop, it should be, yeah. So now we're on another thing, H264, medium quality. I'm guessing that, I mean, the way it's looking to me already, yeah, that time there, I said that was time, but I mean, look at it, man, it's not even really worth looking at that. You can see the time going up. It's obviously going to take a couple of minutes, you know. Make this smaller just so it's like, I don't know, it's just kind of imposing. So, you know, we'll see what this looks like. We're just doing render tests basically in this. I do actually want to check my shit quickly, excuse my language. I'm going to check some stuff here. TMP. I'm going to that percentage, that symbol thing, TMP, and another one in search in your Windows browser. It comes up with temp. Click on that, and apparently this is a way to clean out your cache, not your money. There's a lot, but I don't know. I'm not too sure. And you just supposedly delete all the shit what you got in there. I don't know what the heck they're supposed to do, but saying it cleans some shit up. So already 73, 70 what, nearly 80, man. So we're nearly done. This is going to be done by the time I've almost finished this sentence. Yeah, okay, 5 more frames to do. We'll see what it looks like right about now. Yeah, here we go. Okay, let's give it a check. Give this file a check. What does it look like? Oh, it's clearly better. It is clearly better. So it took me around 2 minutes, right? That wasn't an accurate check of the time there, but it took about 2 minutes to render that. So I'm going to do a lot more checks, okay, on rendering scenes in animation, a lot more in 3D, okay. So it's a very small file size. Let me just check again if I do convert that 2 second clip, damn, to MP4 quality. Let's see what we get. MP4, format. See how fast he did that. It's a 2 second video, no wonder. Yeah, bam, bam, bam. Play that back. See, it doesn't look too bad at all, does it? I think it was definitely to do with that thing, yeah. When we changed that, yeah, over it went to this quality. So that's how you get MP4. Don't export as an MP4. Convert it to an MP4. It's better. Or just bring it into your video software and save it out as an MP4. I'll see you in the next video, and we'll do a last render on this scene. Okay, I want to welcome everybody. Welcome again to another Blender 2.8 video. Here we're doing another quick render of a scene. I'm going to do a quick render of a scene in a moment, okay? Yes, indeed, okay. Before I do that, I'm going to just show you what I've got, okay? I'll just show you the rough one first. If you hold on and bear with me for 1 second, I'm just going to take these videos out of a folder and move them. I've got some videos for you here that I've been making, guys. So I'm just going to put them here. Okay. Just turn that off. Okay. Oh, this one didn't. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Let me check my stuff again. Whoa, okay. Keep going here. So whatever, okay. Yeah, so checking this file quickly. This is a video that I saved, a very quick 2-second video. Playing looping here. Not the best quality, but I just made this as a test animated scene in Blender. Now if I go here now into Blender, I'm going to change my settings to a different setting. Okay. So we got H.264. I'm going to set this to very low quality. It's currently on medium. I'm going to set it to very low and see how fast that renders and how, as an MP4, I'm just saving it as this video codec H.246, and this is the output is FFmpeg video. But anyway, I'm going to save this out. I'm going to render this out to 2-second video onto my desktop. Okay. It's got it's got basically 65 frames. 65 frames. Okay. It seems to be saving pretty quick. It's already almost, 40 frames. So as I say, 20 frames in, that is. The reason being is because I'm saving an animation that's starting the saving from 20 frames in, and it finishes at 85 frames. So that is basically. Just want to see. That is. Oh, excuse me. Accidents happen. Please bear with me, okay, guys. Oh, Blender's going all over the place. Okay, so yeah, you can see it here on the bar. You see where that is there. Move that down. We're nearly finished with this render, but you can see on the bar here where what I mean. It's got the frames there, and it's going through the frames as well. Okay, so I'm really hoping this is saving nicely. It's nearly done. You can see as it's going through this, as I say. We'll just see how this plays out. How this saves out. Just waiting for this. So this is the original one we had. It's a medium quality version, and I converted it to MP4 in a video software, but the quality is the same as it was. Just checking that one again. Okay, it looks like this. Not the best quality, but it's a simple scene, and that's that. Okay. Yeah, the other one is nearly finished recording. I think this is it. Okay, nearly finished rendering. Sorry. So check has it finished or not? Should be. 85 frames in. Yep. Okay, let's see. It took about a couple of minutes to record that. This is very low quality. Let's see now. That's very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. Because if I put them side by side, can I do that? Yeah. I mean, there's not much difference. Let's have them playing side by side. It's funny. So the one on the left, oops, sorry. The one on the left is the MP4 version, okay? If you bear with me for 1 second. The one on the left side of screen is the MP4 version. So if I go back there, I can restart this or something. Hold on. Yeah, so I'm just checking the quality. What do you think? It doesn't look much different to me, but I get that in a certain position there. It really doesn't look too bad at all. This is the MP4 version. This is the medium quality version. and this is not low but very low quality version. And to me that don't look too bad at all. If I go skip through this, look. Really. So in my opinion, you can actually save them on very low and still have some good quality. We've saved it on this, as I say, we've saved it under H268, very low quality. Oh god. Yeah. So okay, that's that. Okay, I'm pretty surprised actually. So I get rid of that quickly. Right, quickly convert that now into an MP4. We'll see what we get. Okay, so let's see what we get. Playing the MP4 version now of this. I mean, it's watchable, isn't it? You could make a movie, you could make a short movie or something, you know what I mean? At the end of the day. But, you know, obviously if you want the best quality stuff, then you're going to save it in the better quality, aren't you, and stuff, you know? But, anyway, I'm going to say thanks for watching this video, and we'll see what we can do. I'm learning more about cloth and character making and stuff, and all kinds of stuff. Thanks for watching. Ooh, hold on, yeah. Okay, in this video, in this clip here, I'm just going to show you something else about what I mean about freezing objects in a certain position. So let's imagine I'm playing this here, okay, this animation, and I have this block going through this cloth, okay, this cube pushing through, cool and everything. Let's imagine, okay, at any point, let's imagine here or maybe here or somewhere, I wanted to have this as it is, like just as this. I can simply go to the well, click on this first, the cloth, this it's actually a plane, and just click apply under the modifiers, okay, on the modifiers tab. Now this is actually just one object, and it is like that. It's got no animation or anything, it's just, yeah, it's a thing, okay, it's just what it is. So I'm actually going to delete all of the keyframes as well, I don't need those. And you can see it's just literally a, you know, it's literally a you know, it's literally just an object. Okay, so from here I can have this wherever it was. Let's say, you know, just for argument's sake, just put it here. Okay, and yeah, you know, however it was, you know, there, and I could, if I wanted to, I could just parent this to this, you know, as a parent, so that when this one moves, that moves, or join it, like select both and hold control and press J, and that makes it one object, you know, it's another thing. And you may want to use like cloth things, you know, like your scenery, so I might have this here. I'm not saying this exactly, but I'm just saying something like this, you know, you can put that into place, you know, make a load of copies or whatever you want to do, you know, make some crazy scene up, I don't know, you might want to do something there, you might want to use it for something, make some weird shape, stretch it out. It may be useful for like tents, or maybe something you want to use like an overhang type thing on a roof building or something. You never know when it might be useful. You might want to use it. You can also go into sculpting mode, don't forget, and sculpt your objects even further. You know, go in there. Got symmetry on here. Turn the symmetry off by going down here, doing that, just different things on there, sculpting, you know, yeah, and just making all kinds of different shapes and things. So that can be another way of having some shape, you know. yeah, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again very soon.